Hey guys, this is Art. What's up? Here to do another video. One day I'll get a hang of this. Maybe never. Okay. A lot of stuff has been going on, so let me get right to it. It's about a friend of mine. Let's call her Maria. The reason why I'm not going to use her real name because she does have a YouTube channel, and I am subscribed to her channel. Don't know if she's subscribed to mine, but I don't know. But let's just put it this way. This is about a friend of mine. Let's call her Maria. She asked me to help her out with a problem. Basically, she had a court case today. It was a criminal court case, which I was kind of surprised and shocked. One of the reasons is because of the fact that what she was charged with, I could barely see her actually doing something like this. So what happened is, I guess, long story short, sometime from sounds of it last summer, the police was summoned to her place because the counselor claimed that she was going to commit suicide. Okay. So the police came to her place, and somehow an incident happened where according to her, the police came in, knocked on the door. She answered the door. They basically rushed in, forced their way in, started cornering her and answering her questions. She's got that. She probably freaked out, and then she tried to leave. They tried to restrain her, and then she smacked the guy in the face. Okay. So what happened is they basically subdued her, took her to the hospital. Wait till the ambulance came, took her to the hospital. That was her version of the story. I read the police. She kind of read me the police report, which sounded to me. It sounded pretty normal. Okay. Now, number one, this girl is probably like 120 pounds soaking wet. 120 pounds soaking. I mean, she's very thin. Her hands. She has a physical disability in her hands where carpal tunnel. One arm she wears a brace. So if she used her hand to hit somebody, she will get hurt. Now, so I'm like, something don't seem right about this whole scenario. Yes, Star Trek in the background. Something didn't seem right about that story. So I said, okay, fine, I'll show up with you, take you to court. So this morning, she contacted me and told me she didn't sleep. I was like, why? Yeah, she was preparing for the court case. I'm like, okay, fine. So I'm thinking, okay, they're about to start trial today. Okay. Now. So I'm like, no one. She's never really ready. She's never really ready on time anyway. So I kind of pussed around in the morning. Okay, got there. As soon as I got there, she was like, "Oh, can you hold on a second? I'm waiting for a friend. A friend of mine is getting a lift up here, and we're gonna go, we're gonna go to court together. Is that okay?" I'm like, personally, I was like, how in the world if you want to invite somebody else, that's your call. But the thing is, you guys could go. He could have picked you up in the lift and take you to the court, or he could have met us at the court, not take a lift to your place. I'm like, and so I thought that was very inconsiderate on my part. I thought it was very inconsiderate because you asked me to take you there, but you invited somebody else. But you invited somebody else. So I was like, So I'm sitting there, some dude, and I'm thinking, no one, you invited some dude who I don't even know. You might know this person, but I don't. What if I don't feel comfortable with this? Or did you invite this guy because you didn't feel comfortable with me? But then again, here's a question. You're the one who asked me, she's the one who asked me to do all this. So I'm like, okay, so this guy, we get to the court. You can't take cameras into the courthouse, so and he had his bag with him, smoking a cigarette and stuff like that, which is no big deal. So I'm sitting right here. I'm like, all right. So she's talking. So I'm saying, okay. She goes inside, and I'm sitting right here. I'm like, okay. I go inside myself. I sit down, and there's basically all these people there. I'm thinking, oh wow, there's gonna be a lot going on today. All of a sudden, I turn around. I'm like, man, where's this dude? Say I'm gonna go to the church because we can't take his camera inside, and he don't want to keep it in my car. So he's gonna go and put it at a church, something like that. I don't know. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, I'm sitting right here. I was like, damn, where's this dude at? I'm sitting in here. Where's this dude at? Court's about to start. This dude was sitting in the conference room with this girl, with Maria. And I'm sitting right here. Wait, hold on a second. Why is this dude sitting in the conference room with you, with the attorney? Really? Which even pissed me off. Which it did piss me off because I'm sitting right here. Wait, hold on a second. You didn't last week when you asked me to take you there. You didn't say take me and my friend. No, you just invited this month. You invited this dude. And I'm supposed to be okay with this. Now the thing is, I know you're stressed out, but and I don't want to start eating a mess. But I'm like, you just really, that was technically, in my opinion, stepped over the line. What if I would have said no? You would have to walk there. I could have easily said no. And I was pissed off because one, you asked me to do, you asked me. Thing is, I took the morning off. I could have slept in bed for a little bit. I could have went out and did some stuff. Didn't show up for work, but no, I do all this. I rearrange my schedule for you, but for you, and then what happened is you added other stuff involved with it. To me, I thought that was really uncalled for, and I was really pissed off because, like, no one, this guy should not be in the conference room with you. If he was just standing outside, I don't care. But this guy's sitting in the same. This guy is. Now, and I'll tell you the truth, if you and this guy had something going on, you should say, hey, my boyfriend's going to come along. And I was like, you know what? Your boyfriend you guys can go together. No. So I know. So what happened, I was disgusted. I was pissed off. So, it's kind of hilarious because I'm sitting right here like, wait, hold on a second. I don't like stuff like this, but you end up doing this. You doing something like this anyway. That's kind of, in my opinion, that's kind of rude. Regardless, I don't care if something's going on between you and this dude. That's between you two. Don't ask me for stuff if you got some other dude hanging out. But there's more stories about Maria that I can tell you. But right now, I don't want to overload it right now. But so what happened is the jury, they selected the jury that morning and going to do the trial that day. I'm sitting right here. I was like, wait, hold on a second. This is going to be an all-day thing. I didn't even eat breakfast yet. I'm like, my head's starting to hurt. I'm starting to feel weak. If I knew all this was going to happen, if I knew this was going to be a whole day thing, I was like, okay, fine. I would have took off. I would have I got up earlier, ate breakfast and all this other stuff. She said, "Oh yeah, my mom's gonna show up at 1 o'clock." I'm like, okay, your mom's gonna show up at 1 o'clock. She doesn't like me. There's a reason why she doesn't like me. Not because I'm a male. Not because I'm art. It's because of a totally different matter. And if you know what I am, then I'm not gonna say what it was, but that's the vibes I got. And I'm sitting right here like, hold on a second. Your mom's gonna show up later on today. She may or may not show up because she supposedly may or may not be a witness. In my opinion, your mom should have been there at the beginning. Your mom should have been there at the beginning with you the whole time. So, which means your mom should have picked, in my opinion, your mom should have picked you up and took you to court, not show up later. And so I'm like, well, I gotta go to work. I was pissed off. I said, screw it, I'm going to work. This thing, it's like 10 o'clock. It hasn't even started yet. And I said, I gotta go. I said, you guys, the thing is, the courthouse is only a mile away from our house. So here's the thing. This dude that you invited at the last minute, he could walk your ass home. He could take a Uber, then he could take a Lyft, go back to where he was, or take a Lyft or whatever. So I'm like, so the thing is, am I a very good friend to her now, or did she take advantage of me? I felt like I was being taken advantage. Now the funny thing is that one, like if I tell you more stories about Maria, then you can see where my kind of my rage, I shouldn't say rage, disappointment is. So other than that, that's what happened today. Oh, by the way, go to work. My stuff didn't even halfway work. A friend of mine calls me up and says, "Hey, I need to talk." So I went to her after I got out of work. Went to her house, talked to her for a hot second. And she felt a little bit better. I go home, eat dinner. Waking up a couple hours later, and I got some text messages from Netta. Just when I thought she would go, she got the hint and leave me alone. Her text message was like, "Oh, I didn't have my phone for the last couple weeks. My son had my phone, and then he tried to get money. He tried to extort money from you because he knew you liked me." And I'm reading this like, really? Your son had your phone? Consider the fact that you was with your boyfriend, and your son and your boyfriend don't get along. So your son had your phone. Oh my gosh, who writes this stuff? I'm thinking to myself, seriously? I'm like looking at my phone like, what? Seriously? Are you serious? Put the phone down, like, then she texts me later. "Oh, I see how it is." And I'm like, yeah. You think you got it. You think you got it. You don't get the hint. The hint is this. I don't fuck with you. You piss me off. Not bothering with you. And then you want to try to say, "Oh, it's my son who did all this." Really? Now let's say even if your son did have your phone for the last couple weeks and tried to do all this stuff, guess what? Nothing happened. My opinion, well, if this is your son, then guess what? And you apologize for your son's actions? What makes you think I still want to talk to you? Food for thought. So right now I'm kind of groggy because today was kind of weird. But just drop me a line, see, as a comment about what happened with Maria. If you want to hear more stories about me and Maria, just drop me and let me know. Talk to you later.